Welcome to Feral Folktales with me, Papa G. If you're new here, we do a full 30-minute podcast episode every other week, and the off weeks are a simple folktale. Before people had fire, nights were longer than they should have been. Food went cold fast, hands went stiff. A small wind could turn a whole evening into something you had to endure instead of live through. Folks knew fire existed. They could see it in the distance sometimes, up on high ground, where it glowed like a small sun that never came down. The trouble was that it was being kept, held back, guarded like it belonged to someone who did not plan to share. Coyote noticed the same thing everyone else did. He also noticed that wanting something and getting it are two different jobs. Coyote was never good at waiting. He was better at taking a chance. He went up towards the place where the fire was kept. He stayed low and watched for a while, because even coyotes know you do not rush things on the first try. He watched who tended it. He watched when they looked away. He watched what made them relax. Then he stepped out like he belonged there. He acted like he was just passing through. He acted tired. He acted harmless. He got close enough to feel the heat, and that alone would have been worth it for a creature that had spent too many cold nights on hard ground. The keepers did not trust him. They watched him, too. Coyote waited until the moment they did what people always do when they think they have the upper hand. They stopped paying full attention. They looked at each other instead of him. They let their guard loosen just a little. That was all that Coyote needed. He lunges in and snatched a burning stick from the edge of the fire. He did not stop to think about how hot it is. He did not stop to plan. He turned and ran. Right away, the keepers are on him. He can hear them coming up from behind him. He can feel the heat on his back from the stick and the heat in the air from the chase. He runs hard enough that his lungs start to burn, and he knows he cannot carry that fire very far without getting caught. That is when the relay begins. Coyote has friends when it suits the moment, and this is one of those moments. He sees the first one waiting where the brush breaks open. He does not slow down much. He only gets close enough to shove the burning stick forward, and the other animal takes it and runs. Now the chase splits. The keepers have to choose who to follow. They go after the fire. The animal with the fire runs until it cannot run anymore, then passes it off. Another animal takes it, then another. They move it the way people pass something from hand to hand when they can't afford to drop it. Coyote stays near enough to keep the keepers angry and off balance. He darts to the side, then back, then cuts across their path so they have to turn and lose time. He is doing what he always does. He's making it harder for anyone else to do what they want. At one point, the fire almost goes out. The stick dips into damp grass and the flame shrinks down to a red coal. The animal carrying it panics and runs harder, and another one takes the coal and shields it with their body as they move. Coyote sees the keepers gaining again. He knows they are faster than they should be. He knows someone is going to get burned if this keeps up. He takes the fire back for a short stretch because he is not as careful as the others, and he is willing to take the risk on his own hide. He is running with it now, and this is where it goes wrong for him. The flame licks at his fur. His tail catches a little. He yelps and keeps going anyway, because stopping is not an option. He can smell singed hair and he can feel the heat biting at him, but he does not drop the fire. He makes it to the edge of the human camp and throws the burning stick forward like he is throwing a bone. People grab it fast. They feed it dry grass. They feed it wood. They bring it to life the way hungry people do when they are handed something that can change their whole winter. The keepers arrive too late. They stand at the edge of the camp and see fire burning where it has never burned before. They see hands moving around it. They see faces lit up by it. They know it is done. They do not walk in and make peace. They turn away because anger does not always have a clean ending in these old stories. They leave knowing the fire has left their control. Coyote hangs back at the edge of the light with his tail scorched and his eyes bright. He acts like he is proud of himself. He also acts like he is not sure what was just set loose, because fire warms a home, but it also burns one down. People kept it anyway. They cooked with it. They stayed alive with it. They passed it on to the next camp and the next, until the dark stopped winning so easily. And Coyote went on being a coyote, with a tail that never looked quite the same after that. Stories about Coyote bringing fire to people show up across many native nations in North America, especially in the West, the Plateau, and the Southwest, though the details change depending on who is telling it. In some tellings, the fire is stolen from a guarded camp. In others, it's taken from fire beings or from a powerful owner who keeps it selfishly. A lot of versions include that relay race with animals passing the flame along, and they often explain markings or traits people see in the natural world. That's part of what these stories do. They're not just entertainment. They tell you why things are the way they are, and they remind you that a gift can still be dangerous, even when it can save you. I'm Papa G, and this has been Feral Folktales. Until next time.